Jeremy joins us this morning from Los Angeles. So, Jeremy, do UFOs actually exist?
Yeah, we are way past that point. We're now living in a different world. You've been told UFOs are real. They're machines of unknown origin. They can outmaneuver, outpace, and outperform anything in our weaponry or arsenals or of any known technological nation.
And the fact that your name was dropped in Congress. I mean, why was that such a big moment?
I think it was a big moment for everybody. A lot of people have been curious about UFOs. UFOs are one of the most spectacular mysteries that humankind has been engaging with for so long. This is not just a modern phenomena, but now as our sensor systems, as our data collection, our optic systems, our militaries are able to see an increased frequency. It's not just somebody saying it anymore. We are living in a world where our children are going to grow up, and it's not going to be something that we laugh at. It's going to be something that we scientifically study and we try to get to the bottom of, because it could change our relationship to the world around us if we started to understand what the UFO presence on planet Earth means to humankind.
Is this stuff that was leaked to you?
Yeah, I obtained and released military filmed, Pentagon confirmed videos of UFOs or UAPs. The green footage, that was from one of our warships, but that was one piece out of 4 pieces of corroborative visual evidence, 4 different types of footage and radar going at the same time, and they're performing in extreme ways.
Why are they being covered up? Why are governments covering this up and not releasing it to the general public?
I think it's a little simple when we look at it just like somebody is covering this up. For sure, there's a national security aspect to the UFO phenomenon because they perform and they show things, they display propulsion systems that we don't yet have. We don't even know how to begin making them. So it is natural for a government to want a technological advantage, but that day has done past. We can't ignore this anymore. So the secrecy within our government is one aspect of what you'd call a cover-up. But additionally, we do it to ourselves. Every time you bring up UFOs 10 years ago, 15 years ago, you're kind of the crazy uncle. You talk about these things, and we have been kind of conditioned to not look at actual reality and to have a consensus reality that is not quite matching with our natural world.
It's not aliens we're thinking. It's actually other countries potentially putting drones up and spying on each other. Is that not the big concern with this?
Yeah, that does happen. That's a huge concern, but that is not what we're talking about.
So you're talking about extraterrestrial life form here?
Well, we don't know. We don't know where they're from, but here's the deal. I mean, it would be disingenuous for me to say that I know these were ETs, that these were extraterrestrials. There are a number of other options, but they're not foreign nations. This is not a technology from any civilization that we know of here on Earth. So where do UFOs come from? The pilots of them, where are they made? Where are the factories? So some people will say, well, they must be extraterrestrial. But other ideas are still on the table. There's this idea of extratemporal, which is that these machines somehow distort time and space. All these ideas, even a civilization that has been here all along, that is more advanced, and this is one of the options. So I'd like to keep my mind open when trying to understand what it is we're seeing. What we know for sure, what we know is that UFOs are real, that they are machines, that they have a technology that we have yet to even become able to fabricate or to replicate in any way at all. And that UFOs have been here since the beginning of recorded human history, if not before. If this isn't the greatest mystery of human time, I don't know what is.
Yeah, because Jeremy, this goes back to do you believe that the whole situation around Roswell and Area 51 and when we go back to Roswell all those many, many years ago about that the US government actually did have a live alien and they covered it all up?
Right. Well, so UFOs, it's not a matter of belief. It's true. If people don't know that, they haven't been paying attention. But then there's all these auxiliary mysteries, and where there's smoke, there's fire. So Area 51 famously, a man came forward named Bob Lazar, and he talked about having the role of trying to reverse engineer one of these craft. Now, the evidence suggests and supports that there are pilots on these craft, that somebody is operating them, and it's not just an artificial intelligence. So have we made contact? Do we have bodies? Do we have some sort of communication, even if limited, with whoever's piloting these craft? The answer is yes. But to prove that, we need the books to be open.
So, UFOs do exist. They do exist. Or there is something out there. You believe there is something out there.
I want to see what's in that safe. Have you got something in there behind you?
Again, I don't believe any of this. This is fact. UFOs are real.
So it's fact. UFOs are real. You heard it here, Tommy.
Yeah, man.
You heard it here.
And Jeremy, Corbell, listen, thank you so much for talking to us and staying up really late to talk to us this morning.
No problem. Thank you, guys. My curiosity is my curse, but I'm a man of simple taste. I'm always satisfied with the absolute truth, and that's what we're going for here, is to open the books on UFOs. So thank you for what you're doing. Wow.